morning, Dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Friday, April 9th, 2021, and Flame, it's Wide World of Sports Day, but before we get going on our sports show, let's take a moment to pause, put our hand on our heart, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now pause for the moment of silence. Thanks, Dragons, and Flame, the sun is going to rise today at 6:41 in the morning, and it's going to set at 7:40. Dragons, we're this close to 13 full hours of sunlight. 13 full hours, that is so bananas. And Flame, we are in Wide World of Sports Friday, and we must talk about those national championship games that we watched this past week. We spent March talking a lot about basketball, and there were those two national championship games. We hope you got to watch them. It started on Sunday when Stanford, they won the women's national basketball championship by defeating Arizona 54-53. Very close game against two rivals. And then on Monday night, the Baylor Bears, one of your friends, the Baylor Bears, they beat the Gonzaga Bulldogs 86-70. That was not a close game. Baylor did very well, and that is Baylor's first national championship as a men's basketball team. But Flame, you had a good idea. You said, sometimes on Fridays we like to do some math, and so we thought what would be, why don't we compare the difference in margins of victory, and then we'll add up all the points together and just see what type of points were scored in both of the games. So let's do that, Dragons. Let's just take a moment. We'll erase this. We'll make a difference between the women's game and the men's game, and then we'll see if we can get a sum when we add them together. So on Sunday, it was Stanford 54, Arizona 53. Okay, if we were to subtract, what would our difference be? And then on Monday, Baylor 86, Gonzaga 70. What's the difference? Right? I bet you can get them pretty quick. These set themselves up very nicely. Where 54 and 53, that means that Stanford won by 1 point. And this means that Baylor won by 16 points. So two different types of dramatic games. But what if we added them together? Let's add them and we'll get our total points. Let's do that really quickly. So we'll change this minus sign into a plus sign. We'll do it on both sides. See if you can get this done really quickly, Dragons. You might have different strategies, the way Flame has different strategies to get the sum of these two scores. Now, because Flame knows math very quickly, he can say that 54 plus 53 equals 107 total points. That's fun, but a little bit bigger, 86 plus 70 is, wow, you are fast today, Flame. 156. When we add those together, Dragons, 107 plus 156, what do we get? See if we can get it really quickly. Bingo, and that's a great strategy, Flame. Flame thought, I'm going to add 56 and 7 very quickly, and I get 63, because he can do that real quick. And then 1 plus 1, 263 total points in the national championship games. That is crazy. But congratulations to Baylor, congratulations to Stanford, and congratulations to all the teams that participated in the Final Four. We're going to shift our focus to baseball for the upcoming month of April. We love sports in April. There is so much good sports going on, not only in baseball, but in softball and other sports that are being played outside with the nicer weather, like soccer and lacrosse. We might have some interesting sports that we will research, but ultimately, we want to dig a little deeper into our softball and baseball lifestyles. And Miss Flaherty's team, her Baltimore Orioles, they play the Boston Red Sox this weekend. So they're going to have those games to face off against. They did well this past weekend. And then many of you like the Washington Nationals. They won the World Series 2019, so that's very fresh in their mind. So if you are a Nationals fan, they go to Los Angeles, and they play the Dodgers this weekend, so you might have to stay up. But if you are cheering for both teams, we wish you well. And if you're playing any games in the near future, we wish you well. We wish you a lot of safety. Have a great time, and maybe you can tell us about it in the near future. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for the birthday box. No birthdays yesterday, Flame. That was kind of nuts. But today, why don't we? So it is the weekend, you're right. Let's do today the 9th, and we'll do tomorrow the 10th. So on the 9th, we have 2 birthdays. Maydot Ashetti. Wow, Maydot. Maydot loves writing the program. Happy birthday, Maydot, in 3rd grade. And Ayman Hassan in 4th grade. All right, man, happy birthday to you. A pair of dragons on the 9th. And then tomorrow, the 10th, Isabel Braddock in pre-K. Isabel, that's great. Happy birthday to you. And then Sadia Mabariz. Sadia Mabariz in 1st grade. Sadia, happy birthday. So 2 pair of dragons. That is wonderful. Now the mailbox is busting at the seams. This is pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. Look at this. Look at this very detailed drawing. Oh, that is cool. That is cool, Coy. Look at that. And it even says, I want to be big. Pluto is saying, I want to be big. And the Earth is saying, I want to be big. Very creative. Very nicely done. And then we have, something very stripy. And it looks like it has a letter. It says, Dear Flame, I have a joke for you. Knock, knock. Who's there? Dwayne. Dwayne who? Dwayne the bathtub. I'm drowning. Whoa, that is dangerous. Muy peligroso. This is from Sarah in 2nd grade. Yes, please, Dwayne that bathtub. We do not want anything to get too dangerous. And now we got a letter, dragons. Look at that. That's fun. Has a special note on it, right? Little sticker. Let's see what it says inside. It says, Dear Flame, how are you? I had a good spring break. How was your spring break? I hope you have a great morning. Love, Joe Goldberg. Joe Goldberg, great letter on a postcard in a fancy envelope that's addressed to you. Flame, it's even green. That's kind of fun. Joe, nice job. Very nice job. So we've got a letter, we've got a joke, and we've got a wonderful drawing of the solar system. Dragons, if you have things that you want to send to us, we would love to read them. We love any jokes. Even though Humor Week has come to an end, we can still put smiles on people's faces by telling jokes and being silly at the appropriate times. But we wrote here, April is. April is a lot of things to a lot of people. It might be a birthday month. It might be a sports kind of a month. But it's also Poetry Month. And if you like poetry, Flame loves poetry like this much less than he loves tasty fish. So if you have a poem that you have read or that you have written and you would like us to read it on the air, we would love to. I know Flame's going to write a couple poems, and maybe some of his buddies will come join the show and let us know about their poetry skills. So April is Poetry Month, dragons. Let's hear about your poems whenever you get the opportunity. So, on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. Have an awesome weekend, dragons. Be safe, make excellent choices, and we can't wait to see you next week. Thanks, everyone.